A warm welcome to you here on TV News. This hour on TV Sapiencia. The top stories today. The federal government has withdrawn its criminal complaint against Miss Comfort Emmanson, the passenger accused of unruly behavior aboard an Ibom Air flight, and reduced the flight ban imposed on Fiji music star Wasiu Ayinde Marshall, popularly known as Kwam1. President Volodymyr Zelensky said today Wednesday that Ukraine and its allies must work together to pressure Russia into ending its invasion ahead of talks in Berlin with European leaders. And in sports, English Premier League club West Ham is set to shelve their interest in Super Eagles midfielder Rafael Onyedika and pursue DR Congo midfielder Ngael Mukwa. My name is Chioma Vicchukwemeka. Welcome. Now the news in full. The federal government has withdrawn its criminal complaint against Miss Comfort Emmanson, the passenger accused of unruly behavior aboard an Ibom Air flight, and reduced the flight ban imposed on Fiji music star Wasiu Ayinde Marshall, popularly known as Kwam1. Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development Festus Keyamo-san announced the decisions today Wednesday following consultations with stakeholders in the aviation sector. According to the minister, the resolutions were reached after reviewing the incident, considering appeals from well-meaning individuals and considering the remorse shown by those involved. Keyamo revealed that Ibom Air has agreed to withdraw its complaint against Miss Emmanson, who was arrested on the August 10 incident. Following the withdrawal, the airport command and the police prosecutor would take steps to secure her release from Kirikiri prison this week. The Airline Operators of Nigeria has also agreed to lift the lifetime flying ban placed on her, with details to be announced soon. On the value jet incident involving Kwam1, the minister disclosed that the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority will reduce his ban to 1 month. FAN also plans to engage the musician as an ambassador for airport security protocols. The 1 month ban will also apply to value jet captain Oluranti Ogoyi and first officer Ivan Oluba, whose licenses will be restored after mandatory professional reappraisal. To some other stories, the Nigerian Correctional Service has revealed a troubling mental health crisis within its custodial centers, disclosing that 8,246 inmates are currently suffering from mental illness. This figure was made public during the third public hearing of the Independent Investigative Panel on alleged corruption, abuse of power, torture, and other inhumane treatment by the Nigeria Correctional Service, held in Abuja yesterday, Tuesday. The Assistant Controller General of Corrections in charge of medical services, Dr. Gloria Essien, highlighted the harsh reality of incarceration and its impact on mental health during her address to the panel. Essien further explained that the prison system relies on an internal network of trained inmate leaders who assist staff in identifying those showing signs of psychological distress. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has urged Nigerians to embrace responsible citizenship and actively contribute to the fight against the country's security challenges. Oluyede made a call at the Nigeria Army Tertiary Students and Future Journalists Poly, organized by the African Center for Media and Intercultural Dialogue and the Nigerian Army in partnership with the Mass Communication Students Association of the University of Lagos. The event held at the Afe Babalola Hall, Unilag, drew dignitaries and students from various tertiary institutions across Lagos State. Represented by the commander of the 9th Brigade, Brigadier General Olawale Oyekola, the Army Chief emphasized the strategic role of the media in military operations, noting that public perception, support, and narrative control are crucial to operational success. He listed terrorism, insurgency, banditry, secessionist agitations, farmers' herders' conflicts, and communal clashes as key threats to Nigeria's stability, warning that no army, regardless of its training or equipment, can win a war without the trust and backing of the people. According to him, Nigeria's ethnic, cultural, religious, and resource diversity should be harnessed for nation building rather than exploited by subversive elements to fill discord. The United Nations International Children Fund, UNICEF, has called the mothers to engage their children in exclusive breastfeeding to prevent diphtheria. Speaking during one of the Christian women gathering at Oka North local government area, a resource person and independent monitor for 2025 August meeting sensitization in the area, Mrs. Chineze George Ilika, explained that this year UNICEF is in the communities across the state to ensure proper behavioral change among mothers in ensuring that children are well vaccinated, and commended UNICEF for ensuring safety of lives of mothers and children in the state. In their separate speeches, the Community Orientation and Mobilization Officer, Anambra East Local Government Area, Mrs. Chinwe Udaha, and the Health Educator, Agwata Local Government Area, Mrs. Happiness Arinze, expressed optimism that the women spoken to will carry the good message to the grassroots and there will be compliance. We will take a break right away, and when we return, as Christian women begin this year's annual August meeting, the wife of the Anambra State Governor, Dr. Soludo, has asked them to discuss fundamental issues affecting family and society. These and other stories will come your way after this time out. Stay with us. Glad to have you right here on the news. As Christian women begin this year's annual August meeting, the wife of the Anambra State Governor, Dr. Soludo, has asked them to discuss fundamental issues affecting family and society. In a statement she released in Oka on Tuesday, she said August meetings should provide important platforms for women to point out peculiar problems that need urgent attention, beginning from the ones happening around them. She highlighted the importance of drawing attention to rising moral deficits in child raising, depreciation of family values, and drug abuse among school children, parental neglect, and quest for illicit wealth among youth as key problems that August meetings can address. She also called for greater awareness on proper planning, family planning among couples, adding that an unplanned home is an impending disaster for society. While wishing all Anambra women attending this year's August meeting a peaceful and fulfilled outing, the governor's wife asked them to remember the state and the country in their prayers. Away from that, we move right now to Abia State in a bid to avert possible flood disaster. The Abia State Environmental Protection Agency has commenced the dredging of a blocked river in Ihe and Umudere communities in Olokoro, Umuahia South local government area of the state. Speaking at the beginning of the week, specifically on Monday, during an inspection of the exercise, the Deputy General Manager of ASAPA, Mr. Ambrose Jonah, said the agency was acting in line with the directive of Governor Alex Oti to ensure that the river located within the Umuahia Capital Territory is opened up to allow the free flow of rainwater. He reveals that 2 culverts along the river were already blocked, causing water to overflow during heavy rainfall. Jonah urged residents of the state to desist from dumping refuse into rivers and drainage channels in the interest of public safety. Away from Nigeria right now, President Volodymyr Zelensky said today Wednesday that Ukraine and its allies must work together to pressure Russia into ending its invasion ahead of talks in Berlin with European leaders and U.S. leader Donald Trump. Zelensky was to be in Berlin today Wednesday for talks with European leaders and Trump ahead of the U.S. President's summit with Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin. We are following up on the story. We will update you. Moving things along to sports, English Premier League club West Ham is set to show their interest in Super Eagles midfielder Raphael Onyedika and pursue DR Congo midfielder Ngael Mukwa. Onyedika has made a mark at the club Brugge since joining from Danish Superliga club Midtjylland 3 years ago. The 24-year-old defensive midfielder had seamlessly slotted into Club Brugge and has become a regular under different coaches at the club. His performance have seen him linked with some top clubs outside of Belgium. Last year, the Super Eagles striker and star was linked to AC Milan, and it looked like the deal would happen until they signed Youssouf Fofana from Monaco. This summer, the Super Eagles star has been heavily linked with West Ham. The speculations have started since the start of the transfer market, but nothing serious has happened yet. Coach Graham Potter wants a solid defensive midfielder, and West Ham have been weighing their options. With our story on sports, we'll wrap it up on this hour's news hour. A quick reminder of our top stories. We told you that the federal government has withdrawn its criminal complaint against Miss Comfort Emmanson, the passenger accused of unruly behavior aboard an Ibom Air flight, and reduced the flight ban imposed on Fuji music star Wasiu Ayinde Marshall, popularly known as Kwam1. President Volodymyr Zelensky said today Wednesday that Ukraine and its allies must work together to pressure Russia into ending its invasion, ahead of talks in Berlin with European leaders. English Premier League club West Ham is set to shelve their interest in Super Eagles midfielder Raphael Onyedika and pursue DR Congo midfielder Ngael Mukwa. That's it. Many thanks for joining us on the news this hour on TV Sapienza. My name is Chioma Victor. Thanks for watching. Do have the best of today. Bye for now.